Hi everyone. So today I'm going to be doing another what I've been warming and melting this past week or so. Primarily, I have a lot of like retail wax and or candles. So I'm going to go over the first, or I think the only vendor wax I have this week. And it is from Emily, the Candle Nurse. I recently placed an order, but this was a sample that I won in one of her giveaways. I also kept the wax because I have a tendency to kind of like, once I melt it, it's out of sight, out of mind. But here we have her Mack dressed in black. The last time I checked, I believe this scent might be sold out because it was very popular. So the fragrance notes of this read tobacco leaves, vanilla, tonka bean, pink sugar type, and sugar cookie royale. Pour date is May 26, 2024. So this little baggie came with 3 of these little shapes total. So I used 2 because I believe Emily said that for her wax, it is recommended to use, oh gosh, I hope I'm not quoting it wrong, half an ounce to an ounce. So I later, after the fact, realized that, hey, I have a scale, I should really measure this. And her other sample bags are slightly under 1 ounce. So they're either 0.7 ounces, 0.8 ounces. So I think the amount of wax I used was closer to half an ounce. So I really love this scent. And it's definitely been curing the recommended amount of time, which for her wax is 4 weeks. I really love that this is almost like a sexy yet pretty. It's a very nice scent that I could picture being used all throughout the house. It doesn't have to be designated to one room. And I do have the wax that was left over right here. So here we go. That's the remnants of this. So I was a little bit disappointed with this because I felt like it wasn't as strong as another one of her fragrances that I melted, which was called X's Lemon Dream, which I thought that one was going to be light because it had lemon, and a lot of lemon sugary gourmand scents do tend to be a little bit light. This one, it only lasted me a day, and by a day, I think I'm more leaning towards like 5 or 6 hours was when I could really smell it. So I feel like this is kind of like one of those scents where you need to be closer to the warmer. And all of these I warm in the same location. So it's my medium-sized bedroom. So I was thinking this one, because of the pink sugar type and the tobacco leaves, it'd be a little bit more in my face. However, for her like the recommended amount of quantity goes all the way up to 1 ounce. So I think if I do end up purchasing this, I think I might stick to 1 ounce because I know that it works well in the Scentsy warmer, which is what I use. So yeah, however, like spoiler, but a lot of this wax didn't perform as well as I thought. So I'm like, I already cleaned it out. So I don't know if there's like a little hint of residue because I don't need to change the light bulb or anything. So I'm wondering if it was just a fluke or if I had some like leftover wax residue. So that's to say that it could well be that something was up with my warmer. So I just want to insert that caveat, but this is a very beautiful, complex scent, very pretty, and yet like alluring because of that tobacco, not smoky at all. Really love the scent. So there's that one, but I would say that was more of like a light medium and didn't last too long versus the X's Lemon Dream lasted me, I believe, like a day and a little bit left of the remainder of the second day. And I was burning it like for one day, I mean more like 8 hours versus this one after about like 4 hours or so, I'm just like, oh, I need to get like very close to it. Okay, so there's that. Going on to the remaining is just retail wax. So we have the Better Homes and Gardens Wild Berries and Cheesecake. So initially when I see this scent, it made me think of the Homeworks Blueberry Cheesecake, but just like more berries, right? Because it has blueberry, blackberry, strawberry, sugar, lemon zest, and cheesecake. So I used only 1 cube, and here is how it looks like after the fact. So I've had pretty good luck with Better Homes and Gardens, but again, for some reason, this week just wasn't my week. It was very, very light as well. I think actually, now that I think back, I feel like Emily's wax outperformed this one. This one, I was only able to smell it maybe like for 2 or so hours, and I only used 1 cube. So that could well be the issue that I needed to use 2 cubes. But normally with the like, let's say some sensational wax I've used, some Better Homes and Gardens wax I've used, I don't need a lot of wax cubes in order to smell a lot. And Walmart wax, at least for me, tends to last upwards of like 2-3 days. So anyways, going back to the fragrance itself, because I can for sure talk about that, I was a bit disappointed because again, there are hardly any cheesecake notes in here. It's not super creamy. You don't get a lot of the flaky crust note. I mainly just get like Jolly Rancher hard candy type of a scent. It's like an indistinguishable berry hard candy. Hardly any cheesecake to speak of. So while that was a little bit disappointing, I was looking forward to that like very sugary berry medley. But yeah, it just didn't really perform. So I would say this would be better for a smaller environment, or I think next time I'm going to test it out with 2 wax cubes, or maybe something's up with my wax warmer. So there is that. That one didn't last me terribly long. And again, here is how the leftover wax looks like. There's no more scent. I was warming this even a second day just to be sure it didn't really like come to life the second day, but it didn't. Okay, next one is another retail wax from another brand. I also purchased this at Walmart. If you can't tell, I tend to go to Walmart a lot. And they do carry Goose Creek. This is pink Bellini. So the Goose Creek wax melts don't have the fragrance notes, so I write it down with my horrible handwriting. Here we have the fragrance notes of pink peach, apricot apple, sugarcane, and blushed wine. So with this one, I again used 1 cube. And same issue. So last, or I think for my first What I've Been Warming and Melting, I did Dragon Fruit Splash, and that one was such a strong, high performer. It threw in my medium-sized bedroom really well, but this one kind of struggled to fill up my bedroom, and it didn't go on to a second day. So once I warmed it once, it was pretty much done. Here's how the wax looks like. There's like a little hint of scent, but I think if I were to warm it again, it wouldn't really throw or project. And when I smell it on cold, it smells very tart. I'm not sure exactly where that note is coming from. I know some peach fragrances can be a little bit bitter and tart, but maybe it's like a wine that's giving it that slight, well, I don't know. I mean, wine is typically smooth and almost like grapey type. Yeah, this is just a very almost like effervescent, bubbly, tart type of a scent. Yeah, so I was a little bit disappointed with this. Thankfully, I only have 1 more of these. So again, I might need to do 2 cubes. I'm not sure exactly what was going on this week. But yeah, here we have pink Bellini. So I think if I had more than 1 wax warmer, if this doesn't get any stronger, I think this would be a great bathroom scent, because I know that it's like marketed as a drink scent, but that slight tart, bubbly, effervescent note will be great in a bathroom. It just evokes pretty yet clean at the same time to me. Okay, so I only did those 3 wax melts, and then the rest I pretty much warmed the wax. So again, since like the first video, I have been warming this Goose Creek Ice Sweet Tea, which here we go. It's one that Emily included in a giveaway. So I have a bunch of wax, but it seems like warming this, it just will not end, which I kind of like, because once you invest in a candle and you warm it, I feel like that really extends the life versus burning it, and the scent might change. So I still have this one. I keep thinking as the weeks or days pass on that the scent will eventually like dissipate, but I can still smell it and it's still throwing. So that is a good one. Since it broke, I put it in this candle, but I won't go on and talk too much about it because I already did. But it's a very heavy, salty iced tea type of a scent. Not so heavy on the lemon, but I think because I've been warming it so often, I think I'm getting slightly tired of it. Okay, another one we have, I did a review on this Village candle, but with all the Village candles I've burned so far, it duds out midway, if you can see right here. So I ended up putting this in my candle crock. This is in the fragrance Guava Tangerine. This is an older one, but I believe that they might have renamed this one, kind of like remarketed it. This one's Juicy Tangerine White Guava and passion fruit. So I did keep the like little soaked up wax, and I put this in my candle crock. So I think I burned this way too much that the flame has scorched the wax, because the scent is really off now. I mainly just get like this charred grapefruit scent, and I don't really like it. So I think I have maybe like 1 or 2 more times to put this in my candle crock, but honestly, I kind of don't want to, because I feel like if I walk into a room and it smells like a bitter, scorched pink grapefruit mainly, I would probably walk out. I just don't really like it. So I know that there are other fragrances listed like tangerine. I don't really get that too much. Passion fruit, a little bit more. So yeah, sadly, this scent didn't work out for me. I think if I were to get another Village candle, because this one I got it for around $8, I think I would mainly see it as like if it's not burning correctly, I would stop earlier on for sure. And then I would put this immediately either under a lamp or a candle crock so that I avoid the scent being altered, is what I'm trying to say. So there's that one. Didn't really enjoy that, and I kind of don't enjoy that I have to finish it up. Or maybe I'll just toss it. Anyways. All right, next going on to a scent. Again, a candle that really I was disappointed by, but I enjoyed it 10 times more, not 10 times more, slightly more warming. So here we have the new updated Scentworx packaging and fragrances, which now they are not made in the USA. They switched their manufacturer to Vietnam, and I feel like quality went down. This one is in the scent Pineapple Passion. I got this on sale at Ross, I believe, for under $6. So here we go. I burned it down pretty well, but the strength and throw was very low. It didn't really fill up my room. It didn't really I mean, it was like about a 4 or something at most, if I'm remembering this correctly. So what I ended up doing is I put this in my candle crock initially, but I couldn't really smell it. And I thought, oh, wow, that's really weird. So then I ended up putting it in my Beacon candle lamp. If you don't know, that's a top-down candle lamp. And that thing just throws a scent a lot more. I think it's because the light is right here and it's heating up the oils that way versus the candle crock, you're heating it right here and towards the sides. So, you know, whatever works. Definitely, if you have a candle that's not burning properly and you have a crock and a lamp and you can test them out, definitely see which one throws the scent better for you, because in this instance, the lamp worked better than the crock, which is weird because I would assume that the crock would work better than the lamp. All right, so that is all the wax I warmed and melted this week. Let me know if you have any ideas of what could be the reason why those 3 waxes weren't really performing too well. I have a feeling that either they're just lighter scents or I needed to clean out my plate a little bit better in the Scentsy warmer. So it could well be that, or it could be that the scents were just a little bit lighter or I needed to use more wax cubes. All right. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions or suggestions, and have a great day. Okay, bye.